Hi, I wanted to record this video just so that you can watch me fight with some phones that I purchased on eBay. I just need to make sure they're working, they're useful, and alright, so let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to my call manager server. And in this case, my call manager is called HomesUCM at collabengineer.com. In this video, I'm not gonna do anything crazy. I'm just gonna make sure I can register this, guys. And I'm gonna use auto registration for that. Okay. Let's see what we have here. This is my server. Now the other thing that I want to point out is that I'm using instead of IP addresses, I'm using names. I do think I have DNS configured correctly, so I still see a DNS unreachable. At the time that I opened this window, it wasn't working, so let's open it up again. Okay, sure enough, the message that we were getting before is completely gone. I actually had to pause the video just to make sure I was recording. This is my first recording, so let's see how it goes. Okay, now let's go back to call manager. Let's see if we do have a group. We have the default group, and we have CM underscore homes UCM. Okay. Now let's configure auto registration. And for what I can tell, it's already enabled. Okay, so now we're moving on to complete the registration. And I first I have to apologize a little bit because this is my first video. I'm just cutting, pasting, and creating different videos, so you're gonna see some crazy stuff going on as I stop the video and continue recording. But let's try to do it as best as possible. So I do have a switch. It's a 3750 that is connected to my server. The server is where I have all my VMs. Right now I'm just running CUCM and DNS, which I just rebuilt. Now what I'm trying to do is I do have another switch that is where I have all the phones. I am using 5 phones that I just purchased from eBay, and just want to make sure they're working fine so that I can put a feedback for the guys that sold it to me. Alright, now intentionally from interface 4 all the way up to interface 7, I don't have any configuration whatsoever, but I do have a DHCP pool that I'm using. And this is gonna be the CUCM pool. I'm pointing to the DNS server 10.1.1.10.50, and my call manager is listed as an option 150. Okay, now I don't remember what is the VLAN, so it's 2251, so I created VLAN 2251. Let's see if we have it on the VLAN database, and sure enough I have it. Now let's see what are the ports. The only port that I'm not using is this one. This is my office phone, and I'm gonna show you later what I'm doing with that phone, but initially we're just gonna go ahead and configure all the way up to 7, and we're gonna say switch port host. What this is gonna do is that it's gonna configure my switch port as mode access and spanning 3 port fast. And the next thing that I want to do is assign the VLAN. So as I don't have anything connected into those phones, I'm not using the data port, I'm just using the voice VLAN on this one. So you can do two things. You can do switch port voice VLAN and then 2251. Of course, if I type it correctly, or you can do switch port access VLAN 2251. If you are working with computers connected on the back of your phones, most likely what you want to do is create a new access VLAN and use something different other than this, than the same voice VLAN on those phones. Okay, now I want to see if those phones are already getting an IP address. And looks like they are getting an IP address. And I'm sorry for the noise. Sometimes the server seems that it's taking off on its own. Okay. Now the other reason that I wanted to do this is because I wanted to I'm preparing these phones to do a Spark demo, which you're gonna see something about it coming soon. And at the same time as I'm talking, I'm recording what's going on with the phones. So I have one phone that it's already registering. Let's see this phone. Let's see what this phone is doing. This phone is restarting. There you go. Two phones that were recording, they're restarting. Looks like they already got the IP address, and seems that they are already downloading the configuration from Call Manager. Okay, so I think I was able to find what the error was, and you should have told me when I was recording last part of the video. I only had 2 extensions available for the registration, of course. Now let's see how phones are behaving. I think it's gonna work. I see some more information here, so stand by. Now if we look at the phone database, we see 4 phones registered. Now I still have 1. Okay, so this is what happens when you do auto registration. If you notice, it asks you for a username and a PIN. And I'm gonna be showing you at a later point how does that work. But so far from out of the 5 phones, I have 3 already registered, and I have a rebel one. I mean, I have 4 registered, and I have a rebel one, which doesn't wanna register. Okay, so we're gonna do exit to that. And the only way that we have to eliminate that is to do bulk administration, update phones, query, This should be empty. Now let's make sure that we reset those phones and that we run that job immediately. Now I want to go back to each of the phones and see if that was removed. Now phones are restarting. And I want to see if that actually made the difference. I also want to enable web services on those phones, but I guess we'll do it on the next restart. Phones are registered. I see one phone registered. I see the other one registered. Okay, there it came up. Alright, so far so good. I'm gonna try the camera on this guy. They're gonna see my secret here. Okay, so we have video. Now we still have one phone that is not coming out, but I'm gonna stop the video right here. I'm gonna see how to edit this video, make it, make it good so you can watch it and don't get bored. And hopefully, if as time permits, I will be creating more videos with interesting stuff. Thank you.